The president has just tweeted out about the shooting at YouTube, Kelly, and here's what he said. Was just briefed on the shooting at YouTube's headquarters in San Bruno, California. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody involved. Thank you to our phenomenal law enforcement officers and first responders that are currently on the scene. Again, what we know right now is that the suspected shooter in this incident was a woman, and she's dead. The chief says she died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound and that there are 4 other victims. We heard from the hospital spokesperson at San Francisco General that 3 of the victims went there to be treated for their injuries. One man, a 36-year-old, in critical condition, a woman who is in serious condition, and another woman who is in fair condition. That leaves a 4th victim, and we don't know whether she's at San Francisco or Stanford Hospital, but apparently we were hearing from both of those hospitals they were receiving patients. We also heard from some of the employees who were there reporting the shooting, saying on Twitter that they heard the shots fired, that they had locked down in their offices, or they had peeked around corners when they saw drops of blood and tried to sneak down the stairs. When police arrived on the scene, they were ushering these employees out of the building, checking them down, patting them down to make sure that there were no weapons, and then sending them to cordoned off areas so that detectives can interview them about the shooting, about what they witnessed. The police chief was very clear that the investigation continues as we speak, that there is so much that's unknown, and they are still going through the building at YouTube's San Bruno headquarters and going through it methodically to make sure that they have not missed anyone who may have been part of this shooting or someone who may have been injured in the shooting as well. We also heard from Google as well, who said that we advise those who are currently at the SBO office, the San Bruno office, to continue to shelter in place until further notice. We advised all other employees in the Bay Area and people with meetings scheduled to stay away from the area and that there's no need to take any action. We have provided employees a helpline. Certainly, detectives are looking to reach out to people who may have gotten away from the scene on their own, but have information to share about how things went down in San Bruno. And again, what we heard, Kelly, throughout the last hour and a half or so as we've been covering this, is that people who witnessed those who'd been shot are very traumatized by it.
I can imagine. Contessa, thank you. Contessa Brewer there with some words from the president. We also have just heard from Tim Cook on Twitter, the CEO of Apple. He says, from everyone at Apple, we send our sympathy and support to the team at YouTube and Google, especially the victims and their families. We're hearing a lot from lawmakers close to this, of course. This is going to hit Silicon Valley quite hard. Dom, we rarely hear about incidents like this.
Sure. I mean, the politicians we're talking about so close to the situation here, of course, Senator Dianne Feinstein, Representative Pelosi, political party aside, we're also talking about Representative Jackie Speer, who represents that congressional 14th district in California. That basically encompasses everything from the southern point of San Francisco all the way down to East LA, that entire peninsula of the San Francisco Bay Area, as it's known in Northern California. But everybody weighing in now, but nobody really knows exactly what the situation is. And that just echoes everything that all of these experts we've been speaking to have said. It is very early to come to any conclusions. We are updating a very fluid situation. But even then, the number of people at hospitals has come down, at least for now, dramatically from the initial guidance or initial reporting that we had heard. So just to give viewers an idea of the sense of why there is no definitive statement about anything, even the police chief won't go out there and make a definitive statement about anything at this point, because there is nothing yet to report, because they don't know exactly the extent of what's going on with this investigation.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.